Et bonjour. Bonjour, bonne année. Je vais augmenter le son de mon casque. Attendez. Pourquoi je veux autant augmenter? C'est bizarre. Hop, attends. Alors, je suis en train de régler le son de la musique. Hop. Et voilà. Bah, bonne année du coup. J'espère pour vous que 2023 se passera bien. Et sur ce, nous, on va continuer notre aventure sur Genshin. 1500. C'est 1600. Oh, j'ai un vœu. Oh, un truc épique. Oh. Gougou, tiens donc. Oh. Moi je suis content. C'est pas mal. J'ai fait des vœux. Oui, je me suis permis. Avec les échanges astrales, là, ça s'est reset. Du coup, j'ai acheté les 10 vœux qu'il y avait là. Ça, je peux en acheter. Bon, je peux tout acheter. Moi, j'avais dit, je crois, j'économisais pour ça. Bon, tant pis. Tant pis, tant pis. Bon, c'est mieux. Ouais, j'ai fait des vœux. Du coup, avec les 10 trucs là. J'ai eu Kuju Sara encore. Et j'ai eu. J'ai eu un arc 4 étoiles. Oh. 4 étoiles. Rosalia. Encore. Je l'ai up ma Rosalia. Moi, c'est la Shogun Raiden que je veux. Oh, encore un 4 étoiles. Kujusara encore. Ok. Bon, j'ai eu 2 Kujusara aujourd'hui. Ok, très bien. Constellation, bah du coup, hop. Ouais, du coup, je l'ai up à niveau 60. Enfin, les 50, mais je peux la monter à niveau 60. J'ai juste plus de bouquins là. Plus de leçons de héros, tout ça. Je lui ai mis une arme. C'est celle qu'on peut forger là. Pique du croissant de lune. Et j'ai mis un full set du gladiateur. Donc quelques pièces en légendaire. Qui sont pas mal. Celle-là, dégâts critiques. Bonus de dégâts cryo. Attaque en pourcentage là. Attaque et PV. Bon, c'est pas up. Mais c'est pas mal. Ouais, du coup, encore une constellation. Ah oui, puis du coup, j'ai eu Gourou. Donc il se bat avec un arc. Ouais, faudra que je regarde ce qu'il fait. Sucro, c'est pareil, elle est pas mal en vrai. Mais c'est plus un support sub DPS. Je pense que lui a à peu près le même rôle. Ok. J'ai augmenté mon nomade aussi. Vous voyez les 80. Je l'avais laissé 79, mais bon, il a scale. Xiangling aussi. Elle est 78 là. Mais j'ai plus de. Oh, j'en ai deux. J'ai plus de trucs comme ça. Mon edge, j'ai pas encore ce qu'il faut. Faut que je refasse des dragons cataclysmiques. Puis que j'aille chercher ça. Et elle, ouais, il faut ça, mais c'est trop chiant à trouver. Enfin, à trouver. Non, faut juste que je fasse le tour de mon stat et que je ramasse tout. Mais c'est chiant. Bon, sinon, j'avais prévu de faire des quêtes d'histoire encore. J'aime bien. Mais je ne sais pas qui. Je ne sais pas qui. Je crois, si j'ai bien compris, si j'ai un peu suivi l'histoire et tout, ça c'est l'archon d'Andro. Je peux faire Ayato. Il faudra retourner à Inazuma. Je vais peut-être aller rester sur l'Ibu. On va peut-être faire Zhongli. Faire les deux trucs de Zhongli. Je pense que c'est pas mal.
You think I've got a sharp...
Ah ouais? Ah oui, je vois. Si. C'est le bateau. Ah, salut Xitrix. Comment vas-tu? Oh, ça va super, merci. Là, on va faire les quêtes d'histoire de Zhongli, du coup. Oui, c'est vrai, bonne année à toi aussi. Bon, mes persos sont pas full HP, mais c'est pas grave. Ça va le faire. Je suis niveau d'aventure 43. J'avais pas un gars qui pouvait m'y ramener? Oh, je sais plus. Merde, comment je vais là-bas? Non, pourquoi? J'ai un micro classique. Mais merde. Ah. Bon, je peux pas... Je voulais grimper sur le mât. Ah bah, il y a un coffre. Ah ouais, merci pour le follow du coup, Xitrix. Ouais, mon micro, c'est un Bird UM1. Bon, il coûte une 60aine d'euros. En vrai, ça va pour la qualité. Parce qu'un bon micro, sinon, c'est... Faut mettre plus de 100 euros, quoi. Et puis, c'est un micro USB, t'as juste à le brancher et ça marche. Voilà. Bon, après, le micro, il est livré... nu, entre guillemets. Donc, faut acheter un bras, un filtre anti-pop. J'ai 22 ans. Je vais pas y arriver. Oh, je suis deg. Ah, pourquoi il était foot ici? Ah, ça m'a tué mon nomade. Ah, voilà, actuellement, je suis en recherche d'emploi. Et vu que je suis dans une région un peu vide, c'est pas facile. Surtout que j'ai fait mes études. Je fais mon apprentissage en boulangerie. Et actuellement, la boulangerie, c'est assez compliqué. Oh non, j'ai commencé il y a pas si longtemps que ça. J'ai dû commencer début décembre, je crois. Hop.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around.
Oui, moi aussi à peu près. Enfin, j'avais joué un peu après sa sortie. Sur un autre compte. Mais là, vu que j'avais décidé de streamer le jeu, je me suis dit que c'était mieux de repartir depuis le début que de prendre mon compte qui est... J'avais déjà fait tous les quêtes d'archon, tout ça. Genre j'avais commencé à jouer, je sais qu'il n'y avait pas encore la montagne. Donc c'était vraiment dans les tout débuts. Et quand j'avais arrêté, c'était la fin des quêtes d'Inazuma. Donc là ils ont rajouté tout le désert, tout ça.
Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of it. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
T'as réussi à l'obtenir?
As everyone knows,
Ah GG.
the Lord of Geo
Moi,
taught
j'essaye,
the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating
pas encore eu.
goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the...
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed
Ouais, elle a l'air
on
pas mal aussi,
secretly through the
au
years
Tao.
as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No, no, no. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora, the
Voilà, j'aimerais bien avoir la Shogun Raiden.
possess the strongest
J'aimerais bien avoir
power.
Chi-Chi aussi en support.
My next historical, that is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who
Bah ouais, j'aime bien en
finds
vrai.
the dagger shall...
I can't say I
Elle a vraiment des
agree.
heals de fou, je trouve. Hein. Et sans contrepartie.
Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first.
Moi, c'est ce que j'ai cru
Mora
comprendre
and
que
money came about
que plein de gens
simply
l'ont.
because they are a Rex Lapis
Et que bah, ils
just
aiment pas
meant
trop.
for Mora to
Alors qu'en
serve
vrai,
as a
moi je la trouve
catalyst
pas mal.
for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created
Parce que là,
by
par
Rex
exemple, j'ai
Lapis.
Barbara en support qui heal.
As for its fate,
Mais elle,
I think that Mr.
de temps en temps,
Hansu's
t'es mouillé.
hypothesis
Alors du
seems
coup, contre des persos
reasonable.
cryo, par exemple, tu te fais geler.
Mr.
C'est chiant.
Zhongli's argument...
no, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Et sans quoi, par Barbara, j'ai pas de bon healer.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to
Oui, c'est vrai
brag.
aussi quand tu cherches un perso puis que tu tombes
Discussion is meaningless
sur
if
Chi-Chi.
everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used...
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking about Rex.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean...
Oh,
Bon, non, moi,
it's
les...
no problem at
En
all.
vrai, l'histoire m'intéresse.
But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir.
Alors, je vis chez mes parents actuellement.
Squall Fury.
Ouais. Hop là.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a...
No, it's just...
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you.
En fait, oui.
Ah, so you're over here all this time.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, I'm on...
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be... I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhongli, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely...
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore.
An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But
Hop. Éveil du vortex.
this place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything
Huh? Paimon thinks it.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyon Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. If you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here. Piercing, after many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapon?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, so besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyon Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyon Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get rich with archaeological knowledge and historical... Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll...
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare.
Qui retrouvons-nous
The
cela?
ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Quit following me.
Nope. Il y a encore un coffre là-bas, j'ai pas pris les coffres ici.
Not now.
Ah, c'est en lien avec la quête.
Rises.
Out of the frying pan. The night is cold. Why are there enemies here?
Guyon Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Bon, c'est bizarre que j'ai autant de ping.
Not now. Let's dance.
Sacoche grossière. Ok.
Too slow.
The night is cold. Don't be scared. Let the show begin.
Squall and fury.
Merde.
My guiding star. Cold. Mine to command.
Hop là. Donc, salut Xitrix.
Quit following me. Too slow.
Oh, les gros blobs, c'est trop chiant. Hein. À tuer. Bon, je suis pas un papillon.
Not now.
Quit following me.
Hop, je passe. Je m'en vais.
They're
Normalement, ici, il y a une match à tuer.
gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract me. The hydro-mimic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Stars. Out of the frying pan.
The wind rises.
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Hey.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that.
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried.
Oh, stop arguing. What?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. She left me to rely solely on guessing. I mean, experience.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. But they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the god. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is... But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geos...
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the jade chain.
Ah, I see. What a shame.
See? You do want to sell these objects.
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? All right then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather...
Intérêt. Oh, c'est loin. Hop là. Une TP là.
Quit following me. Squall and fury. Huh. Ja. Ha.
Boba, get them! Yeah.
Merde.
Ja. The wind rises.
How amusing.
Bow your head. Ja.
Ah mais c'est noyé.
Squall and fury.
Il y a un coffre là-bas. Je vais aller le chercher. Tant qu'on est là.
The wind rises. Quit following me.
Oh. Faut être deux.
Upon the gale.
The night is cold, cold. Mine to command. I'll protect us.
Unsightly insects.
My guiding star.
Ja. Ha. Ha.
Hop là. Sale terrain, du coup c'est ça. Il y a un saut, c'est bloqué.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore,
According to legend, the people of the god of salt, Havria, enjoyed, but this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't.
oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually... However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence. But the god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of G.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of salt lie with...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything.
This seal seems to be quite ancient.
I may know something about.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so.
Squall and fury.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Ah, c'est ça. Ok.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another? This place seems familiar. Huh, when I investigated the seal last time, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends of Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. All desolate and devoid of life.
To the north, to the east, do the people of Liyue...
I think
Certainly you have. And the contents of this to provide a haven for her at that time. With the chaotic and that haven she eventually found.
How sad then. In the...
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east. Jueyun. With this clue, you should be...
Ouais, pour un perso
Let
électro.
me lead the way from here.
Je vais mettre Kujusara à la place.
all the way.
Hein? Je l'ai.
Strike! Oh no!
the wind rises.
Unnecessary.
Alors, le nord est là. Le sud. Ah non, le nord est là-bas. Du coup, j'ai... Merde.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east.
Oui, c'est ma faute, j'ai pas lire ma boussole. Non, brûle le truc.
The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Alors le sud, en premier. Voilà. Ensuite, l'est, qui est derrière. L'ouest. Et le nord.
Look! The seal really was broken!
Hop. Bon, je vais reprendre les locks niveau 70.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Très pratique en tout cas si on veut pour passer au-dessus des cours d'eau. Hop là. Et en plus ça va plus vite qu'à
Before
courir.
entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that
Okay.
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just...
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, you will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god of salt should be—
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt,
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Allons-y. Du jade machin. Du muguet bleu. Sert Tchi, justement. Hop. Regardez s'il n'y a pas quelque chose là-bas. Ah, un coffre, eh.
You even want this?
Il est bien caché celui-là. Un donjon. Hop là. Bon, j'ai pas de perso géo, mais c'est pas grave. Ils vont nous mettre Zhongli normalement.
are these statues?
No.
C'est
These
pas
are
avec une arme d'ast.
They were
What?
probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Quake! Rise! Stabilize!
Oh, je me suis fait un shield.
The wind rises.
Je sais pas si c'est comme ça que je dois passer, mais ça marche. Hein.
Squall and fury.
Merde, j'ai cancel.
Quake!
Behold!
Une coupe de sel.
Look at this. It's filled.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of...
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious... I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to...
Of course, as we agreed.
Since we have a contract, it's...
Then let's move on, shall we?
Et on bouge.
Rise! Crumble! Quake! Crumble! Quake!
Ok. Il peut y avoir que 2 piliers du coup. Ouais, je peux faire ça, je crois. Merde. Je crois que ça marche.
Quake!
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly,
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like a rise, the deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a...
What? That's even better than the...
Well then, according to our contract,
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy. Here we go again.
so you are saying you want to break the
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I...
Because you agreed to a... Rex Lapis once said, ones who break the...
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I...
will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Order guide you. Crumble. Rise.
Est-ce qu'il est? Il est là-dedans.
Quake.
I shall confiscate your treasure as you are not worthy to continue any...
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really... I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this...
why do you say
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you aren't interested in archaeology or relics. Which I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must add, come with me. All the answers.
Ok. Donc elle vénère déesse du sel.
Crumble.
This is order.
Rise. Quake. Order guide you. Rise.
Not now. Oh, huh. Let the show be.
Quake.
Bon, y a rien. Ah si, là.
Rise.
The wind rises.
L'épée brisée.
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of the power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the salt chalice, and if we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of...
It does look like something.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate...
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true, but
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
This...
Zhongli. She seems like a good person, and no one is.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot... No matter what, I must be faithful to her, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't.
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, rather she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she...
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one...
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before,
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Come back!
indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear.
Et du coup, on continue.
Are these statue thingies running? Whoa. will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door.
Oui. Il avait un truc dans sa main, comme une épée, non? Je sais pas.
Quake!
Je lui parle? Ok.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better.
What about these statues?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond those who could not flee. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for their descendants, feared Havria's remnants, and lived in terror that she had laid upon. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her...
This must be a lie. A false history. Don't you dare try to...
Yikes. Zhongli.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call, judging by how she appeared. I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good. Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now.
Huh?
Treading old ground. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Oh, un coffre. Let's go.
As an umbrella?
La forêt de pierre. Ah, je suis là. Enfin, je suis là techniquement. Je suis sous la montagne. Ok. Ok, ok.
Too slow.
Combien il me manque de primogène? Beaucoup. Oh, il est tout en haut. Oh, il fait chier. Non, mais faut le dire.
Behold!
Je vais regagner un peu mon énergie avant de monter. J'ai pas envie d'en descendre tout en bas. Ouais, je commence à être pas mal en termes d'énergie. J'ai plus de 200, je crois.
Quit following me. Squall and fury.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been... The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt... To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should... History records. But history may be changed. This incident proved that. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to... Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone, immovable earth...
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Sounds...
Now then, it is time that we consigned both...
Why do
As I said before, this is the place to which this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Ok. Ah, j'ai assez. Attention. Oh, pas de légendaire. Oh. Oh, j'ai eu que de la merde. Fuck.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather
Depuis que... Merde.
pathetic to...
Depuis que j'ai fait ces vœux là, j'ai eu 3 coups de Jusara, 2 Rosalia. J'ai eu un gourou. Gourou.
force a conversation.
Ah non, gourou
Just
c'était avec
occupy silence.
le dernier. Ok. Bon, du coup, non, c'est pas là. J. Zhongli, acte 2. J'ai pas la quête. C'est ça.
You think I've got a sharp tongue?
Catherine de la guilde de Liu.
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish.
Hi, Catherine. It's us.
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping.
What is it we have to do?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome. We're good at that.
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're
Ok. Faut qu'on recrute des gens. Plus qu'une simple pierre. Ou plus qu'une simple pierre. Ça dépend. Salut.
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You
Huh? How could you tell?
by the clothes on your back and the look on your face.
Right again. You're pretty perceptive.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. All right, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo! That's why we're here. Now there's someone else taking.
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone.
So there is someone. Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul in Tevat that knows.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's number.
Oh?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha! Didn't Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Retrouver Zhongli. Bon, il doit être au funérarium, je pense. J'imagine. J'ai tellement de quêtes à l'IU. Je l'ai trouvé.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are.
Oh, here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you.
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands.
Take a look around. Is there anyone? The requester claims to have enlisted Tevat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his.
Oh, no. It's just Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with.
Stop being so modest, Zhongli. Well, we got him. Let's head back to
Ok. Du coup, on n'aura pas l'histoire. C'est con parce qu'elle était cool le dernier coup de ces histoires. Hop là. You know.
Uncle Dai, we're
Oh, and
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
uh-huh, so you say. Little my guy, it's no use me singing his praises. You.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Young Kun. These are two adventurers assigned to us.
Huh?
Longsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's...
A contest? Why,
I admire your enthusiasm.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only...
So you're an appraiser, Mr.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by... He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case...
So, do you have a...
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption.
Ah, a keen...
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of them, in the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell
Such a detailed description. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you?
Everything he said, most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately.
Of course not! I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone?
Aller au gouffre. À côté du gouffre. J'espère que ça peut me déclencher une quête. Je crois que j'ai des quêtes au gouffre à faire. Plein de trucs à faire au gouffre. Comme à la montagne, faudrait que je la fasse aussi. Mais on s'y attaquera, hein.
Quit following me. Too slow. Quit following me.
Whoa, this mine is...
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, I led a team around the entire mine, but found...
So 4 miners have
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore it?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned.
We'll need to explore the site ourselves.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look
Moi, je
around
ramasse
first
du minerai.
and see if we can find any clues. Over here! What's
Quelque chose à voir.
this? A pile of shirts.
A few everyday items. They must...
1, 2... Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Di...
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the... They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday item.
Huh. Why would someone set up...
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about...
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more...
If they didn't leave...
Too slow.
J'imagine qu'il faut lui parler. Ah ouais, ça se déclenche.
Kunjun, what do you have?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Morceau de la piste. Non, c'est pas ça, je sais plus.
Or...
Cœur de la piste.
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating real...
I see. 4.
A child? What's a child?
I'm...
Also,
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I can perceive the memories of old.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and...
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur.
Amazing! So you can...
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone.
Bien les cœurs de la piste, je m'en souviens bien donc.
Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to...
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw...
This will take us north, away from the...
North. Another clue...
Salut toi.
Excuse me.
Ah, yes. You must be here about the I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. Maybe...
So the men that were out working disappeared. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What an on-site accident! Found some clues! Time to report back to Uncle Di.
You're back.
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were
Forced to? But who would kid...
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would have...
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert technique.
A child? But there are no settlements here for...
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the...
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered...
You're right. New plan. I'll leave. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see...
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will...
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine.
Wait.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kun-jun?
Ok, où est-ce qu'il est lui?
Kun-jun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues.
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in forging.
I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very... In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten...
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, it sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had... Perhaps if I can retrieve some...
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor.
Really? Oh,
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the pass...
Great! Let's have a look!
Quit following me.
J'ai pris l'accro? J'ai pris l'accro. Ok. Attends, trop blob. Ok, je suis déjà passé ici. Une échelle.
Wait! There are tracks here! These must have been left by the mine.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass.
Too slow.
Merde. Ah, c'est là où j'ai mis mon marqueur, avec tous les chasseurs de ruines et tout. Je suis déjà passé ici. J'ai ramassé les coffres. Les traces de pas.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju.
If we follow their footprints,
Oh non, il se être réveillé. Faut que je le tue.
Boba, get them! My guiding stars, stars, let's dance. Come on, we can do it.
Wretched vermin!
Out of the frying pan.
You're
Merde.
dead! Behold! Nothing worth mentioning.
Descends.
The wind rises.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Cry louder!
I'll protect us. Not now. Nice and spicy.
Behold! Too slow.
Bonjour monsieur.
Hi there. Have you seen?
A miner, I'm afraid.
Let's try.
Quit following me.
Bonjour monsieur.
Hello. Have you seen?
Stop bothering me. Can't you see?
Jeez. Whatever.
Ah.
Squall and fury.
My guiding star. Hi. Let the show begin.
The wind rises. I miscalculated. Huh. You even want this?
Xiaoling.
Hey there. Seen any miners?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and pits.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort.
This child.
Un enfant qui marchait en titubant.
Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl.
And they took the...
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after.
Une fille aux cheveux bleus. Oh, il y a un joli coffre.
The night is cold. Stars, shine for me. Boba, get them. Hey,
Behold!
Oh, je fais pas de dégâts, il se cagène à cause de lui.
Unsightly insects!
Not now. I'll protect us.
rises. You're dead.
My guiding star. Nice and spiked. Let's dance.
Wretched vermin. Behold.
Not now. Ready, steady, go!
The wind rises.
Ok. Ouais, y a rien dans le coffre. Bon, c'est toujours 10 primogènes. Oh putain, il y avait un point de TP à côté.
Too slow. Search for it.
More footprints.
Oh, t'es sérieux?
There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later. I'll protect us.
The wind rises.
Il faut les dagues d'usurier de toute façon pour les... Je crois que c'est pour Barbara. Ou pour ses compétences. Je ne sais plus. Tu y a un rassemblement là-bas?
Too slow.
Il prend un shield.
Not now.
Cry louder.
You're toast. Stars, shine for me.
Il y a un Big Joser là-bas. Bah j'ai un shield mon gars.
Let's dance.
Squall and fury.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have
On l'a
noticed
déjà
me
rencontré,
walking
elle.
through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue Shengyu Hall.
Huh? You sure you're not a minor?
A minor?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of... Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to... I'd better get going. There's...
Ok.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that were...
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha!
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
Ok, il va essayer de lire la pierre. Fais une petite caresse sur la pierre.
Huh. It's the same group, all right.
Mr. Kun.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along.
You think so? It feels like we're cracking a criminal case.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state. Walking sea.
Et ça me fait
You're
penser
quite
à,
right, Mr. Zhongli. We should
à
have our
Chichi
wits
justement.
about us.
Une petite fille aux cheveux bleus qui titube
That's not all.
alors qu'on sait
Our
que c'est un
scholar
zombie.
was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings. But the level of aggression, we have encountered many clues along the... The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day...
Great! No time!
I left a mark in the vicinity just...
Clever thinking!
Too slow.
Ah. J'ai un point de TP. Après, il y a Ganyu qui a les cheveux bleus, mais à l'écran.
Over here on the ground! Is this one of the missing people?
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
There's a basket lying here too. This must be one of the miners.
Hey!
Judging by his appearance...
Should we wait?
I can...
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. There's a camp nearby. We should...
How is he?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these... I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these
How he came to be here is what we need to...
So he was kidnapped. But if they didn't need him, why bring him all the...
Unless something happened.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough...
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have...
What is it? Ooh.
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with... I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track down these clues by myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare.
It's beautiful. Oh.
But of course, take it. And this one is for Mr. Shang. Huh? Is something...
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated but thank you.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
You sure like rock.
Ores are the crystals of the earth. The sediment of time. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off.
Rest easy. I surveyed the air. Oh, however...
Huh? What's with this...
Traveler. Does Dragonfall mean any...
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed...
Elemental reactions can produce material...
Indeed they can. However, only a minority... Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased... And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations...
Ulterior motives?
A conclusion that is presently impossible. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is... We're drawing closer to our goal. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp, once we've brought this matter to...
Yeah. Pierre séculaire. Ah oui. J'ai pris le dégât de la ronce.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the...
So there's never any ancient...
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that...
That makes sense.
Indeed. Let's keep going. Wow.
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there.
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth it?
Well, there is this stone tablet.
Doesn't seem very interesting.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh! This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
just a bit lightheaded. It's Pat, not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and if you don't try, you won't know.
Oh.
When has Paimon ever come up with it? Wait a minute. Paimon can fly.
All of you, come here.
Huh? Zhongli's voice came from... Quick, let's go...
Ça parle d'un dragon.
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer...
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel?
Compose yourselves. I will... There is an unusual presence...
Des talismans de permission accrochés.
Listen.
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until they opened the gate.
So behind the seal, there's... What do we do? We can't hurt them.
Ah. Ok, on a été inspiré dans le truc. C'est bizarre, je crois qu'il a déjà fait ces quêtes-là, mais non, jamais.
arrive at my doorstep of your own volition.
Seigneur Géosaur.
Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ashtahar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine. The enraged earth
My guiding stars!
will not absolve you.
Quake! Right!
That's against the rules. The night is cold. I'll protect us.
Solidify! Behold!
Crumble!
You dare to gaze upon me?
Crumble! Gather!
Shifting sands.
This is order!
Boba, get them! My guiding stars!
Bah, heureusement que j'ai Zhongli parce que.
Stabilize!
The wind rises.
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Solidify!
Not now.
Search for him.
The night is cold. Stars, shine.
Quake! Crumble! Order guide you!
Ah, une tapine.
Will not absolve you!
My guiding star. Let's dance. La, 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 la.
Crumble!
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Not now.
Rise!
Eat this! Nice and spicy.
Squall and fury. Unsightly insects.
Experience an eon of suffering.
My guiding stars. Don't be scared.
Quake! Rise!
The wind rises. How amusing. That's far enough. Upon the gale.
Let the show begin.
I will have order.
Boba, get them!
Behold.
Et refinissez-les.
Morax, 1,000 years after you...
You should call it by its name, Azhdaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Azhdaha.
Huh? Kun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're
Azhdaha.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Azhdaha the whole. Heaven and earth. Yin and yang. Opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Azhdaha you see there to be...
So there are...
No!
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike.
The audacity! Are you insane?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity. And
there would be no harm in it.
You haven't. Azhdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. How the memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But erosion ground Azhdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old Azhdaha, now incomplete, became irascible.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountain. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, and so we became you. And from your will, I emerge. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Azhdaha and Morax. You can hate me.
No.
I am the remnants of Azhdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract set in stone.
No. It is I, Azhdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, all powers under heaven rise and fall.
A star appears within the wild. A sun, Strange. What?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, in the wilderness, Snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace.
No! That isn't true!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Ishtaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax.
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me...
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes from Morax.
Your power is nearly spent. Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the dam.
Straight down to business.
Okay. Bizarre l'ambiance.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
Donc le dé.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Huh?
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those three
cave? What?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't...
Right. Well, thank you, all...
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy...
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ashta.
Not I. Merely this. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be...
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps...
Ishtaha.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I...
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must...
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and...
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow. That's unimportant. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the sub...
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago. And would not...
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends...
That day in the chasm... Did you have...
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. Old friend. God of contracts.
Thank you, Ishtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you...
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's...
Wow. was so weird.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Azhdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the lane. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Azhdaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even as personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history.
You still care a lot of...
Call it, I must thank you.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. So, not long ago, we met a guy. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to Zhongli. You're a god. You...
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important.
I understand. But I must apologize.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Azhdaha? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And you two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues. There are many events of ages past. Many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time. forgotten by the people, but you are capable of finding them and bringing them in. Those who come to witness will witness. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead.
Ok. Bon, du coup, on n'en sait pas plus. Voilà, voilà. Bon, on va s'arrêter là. Hop. On aura fait toutes les 4 histoires de Zhongli. C'était cool. C'était vachement intéressant. Surtout la deuxième partie, en vrai. La première, je l'avais déjà faite. La deuxième, j'ai jamais faite. Et du coup, je l'ai trouvée vachement intéressante. Bon, du coup, on sait qu'il est tenu par un contrat de ne pas parler de ma sœur. Mais qui a fait ce contrat? Ça, on saura pas. Bon. Moi, je vais aller coucher. Sur ce, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. N'hésitez pas à passer sur YouTube pour voir toutes les rediffusions. Toutes les rediffusions de live sont sur YouTube. Et vous pouvez aussi passer sur Twitter pour être averti des lives. Voilà, voilà. Sur ce, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Et je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao.